going to the land city, also known as Singapore, and need to get a SIM card in order to share all your amazing adventures of Singapore on social media or with your friends and family, well, you better get a SIM card such as an M1 SIM card. But are they the best? Should you actually go with M1 or should you avoid them at all costs? Well, you will find out in this video. Hi, it's Adu from Phone Tourist here, and today I am in Taiwan. Not Singapore, not even close, or relatively close to Singapore. No, I'm in Taiwan. That's because when I was in Singapore, I was too busy with all the stuff and couldn't record this video while I was in Singapore. But worry not, I did my speed test in Singapore, so we can get the speed test results later in this video. Buying a SIM card in Singapore. You already know that M1 exists, and there are two other telecom providers, which are StarHub and Singtel. M1 is the smallest operator with 2-point-something million subscribers, but Singapore is a relatively small country, city-state with 5-point-something million inhabitants, so 2 million is quite a lot. But a lot of Singaporeans have more than one SIM card, so that's why the main operator, Singtel, they have 4 million, StarHub has 2-point-something, so that's why we have 8 million customers, while we only have 5 or 6 million citizens in Singapore. So we know that M1 is the smallest operator, but what else do we need to know? Well, they actually offer two types of SIM cards. They have the regular M1 SIM cards called M card, and they have the tourist SIM card. When I was in Singapore, I decided to buy the tourist SIM card. You may be wondering, why would you get the tourist SIM card? Those are usually more expensive than the regular SIM cards. And you are right, that's true. But there's something about Singapore or Singaporean operators that I like about the tourist SIM card is that they all offer 100 gigabytes of data for up to 12 to 15 days. 100 gigabytes, that's a lot of data. And M1 does the same. You may not need 100 gigabytes of data, I can fully understand, but it gives you much more perks than just 100 gigabytes of data. In addition to just data, they also give you international calls, local SMS, and roaming to certain East Asian and Southeast Asian countries such as Indonesia, Taiwan, although I didn't use my SIM card in Taiwan, and some other places. So these two SIM cards are very interesting, I would say. So where can you buy your tourist SIM card? You can buy it after immigration in the arrival hall. There are booths all over the place. I'm pretty sure there are more than one M1 booths over there, so you can certainly get your SIM card there. But do keep in mind that there are two, or actually three types of SIM cards, from 12 Singaporean dollar, 30 and 50. If you go to the booth and ask for a tourist SIM card, they will most likely offer you the $30 and $50 one. If you ask them for the $12 one, you have to specifically say, I want the $12 one for 7 days, then they will actually give it to you, because otherwise they will pretend that they don't know what you're talking about, that it doesn't exist or whatever. So if you want the 7-day one, say that you want the $12 one for 7 days, and then they will most likely give it to you. Be also informed that if you buy your SIM card at the airport, that the salesperson will try to sell you some attractions over there. Apparently you don't have to pay tax on there, which is, you know, a few Singaporean dollars, so the tax is not that much, but they will highly push you to buy some activity over there. They most likely get some sort of commission, which is fine. But if you don't want to buy anything, then just be assertive and say, no, I don't want that, I just want my SIM card, and they will probably leave you alone. Or you pretend that, well, you know, you want to buy something and, well, you don't buy it because you have a friend living in Singapore and you've seen everything. I may have done that, I may haven't, I don't know. So back to the tourist SIM cards. You have these three tourist SIM cards you can choose from. And what are the perks? Let's have a look. The $12 tourist SIM card comes with 100 gigabytes, free incoming calls, 20 international minutes, 500 minutes to local numbers, and 100 local SMS for 7 days. If you spend 30 Singaporean dollars, you still get 100 gigabytes, free incoming calls, 50 international minutes, 3,000 local calls, 5,000 local SMS, and 3 gigabytes of roaming data, all valid for 12 days. And roaming data can be used in Hong Kong with Smartphone, Indonesia with Indosat/Axiata, in Macau with Smartphone, Malaysia Celcom, and Taiwan with Chunghwa Telecom. And with 50 Singaporean dollar, you still get 100 gigabytes of data, free incoming calls, 50 international calls, international minutes, my bad, 3,000 local minutes, 5,000 local SMS, and 5 gigabytes of roaming data for 14 days. So these SIM cards are actually very good for those who actually are doing a layover or stopover in Singapore and visiting one of those other countries, or just tourists who just want to visit Singapore and just want to get a lot of data because 100 gigabytes is a lot. But what if you say like, well, I don't want any of these two SIM cards, because once the SIM card expires, you cannot renew them. If you want to get a new two SIM card, you can, but you have to spend at least $12 more. And let's see, if you're staying there for 2 months in Singapore, then getting these two SIM cards become expensive. The one with the longest expiry for 14 days is 50 Singaporean dollar. Well, you would have to get at least 4 of them, and that's 200 Singaporean dollar, and that's quite expensive. So what options do we get with the M card? The M card comes in two variants, the 5 Singaporean dollar one and the 15 Singaporean dollar one. The $5 starter pack comes with 5 Singaporean dollar of credit, 500 gigabytes and valid for 20 days. And the 15 Singaporean dollar starter pack comes with 15 Singaporean dollar credit and 2 gigabytes of data for 120 days. So for some people you won't even need a data package, because 2 gigabytes may be enough for you, especially for 6 months. For others, you may need much more data, and then you can get one of the following data packs to top up. For 1 Singaporean dollar you get 10 megabytes, which is, well, nothing for 7 days. For 2 Singaporean dollar you get 100 megabytes for 3 days. For 5 Singaporean dollar you can get 1 gigabyte for 3 days, or 300 megabits for 30 days. For 7 Singaporean dollar you get 1 gigabyte for 7 days. For 10 Singaporean dollars you can get or 2 gigabytes for 7 days, or 1 gigabyte for 30 days. For 14 Singaporean dollars you can get 2 gigabytes for 30 days. For 14 gigabytes you can get 2 gigabytes for 30 days. 21 Singaporean dollars you get 4 gigabytes for 30 days, and for 28 Singaporean dollars you get 6 gigabytes for 30 days. And for some of the plans you also get free incoming calls for the duration of the package, which is nice as well. So now that we know everything that we need to know about M1, it's time to see what we actually get when we buy such a SIM card. And such a SIM card is a M1 SIM card. Alright, so here we have the starter pack, which is basically just something in plastic. This is just the logo. Here we have just some numbers and, well, your SIM card number, stuff like that. Here we have the actual SIM card holder, and I think it's absolutely adorable. Look at that line, it's so cute. I think this is the most favorite SIM card holder I have so far. But anyway, this is the $12 2 SIM card that I bought. As you can see up there, it's a 3 SIM card holder, meaning that you can pop out the nano SIM, micro SIM or standard SIM, depending on what you need for your device. All sizes are supported. On the back there's just some more information telling you that, just some basic information, nothing interesting. But remember, the 2 SIM card expires, or you cannot renew a 2 SIM card once it's expired. So in this one was valid for 7 days. After 7 days, I basically lost my number. So yeah, keep that in mind. Now that we know all of this, it's time to do the M1 speed test with this cute lion. Alright, it's time for the M1 speed test. We just go straight to it, so let's get started. Let's see what type of download we get in Little India, which is an area slightly outside of the city center. A download speed of 42. Would be nice if it hits 40 or 50, but 40 is good enough. Let's see what we have for upload. Upload is not that impressive, but we are mainly interested in download anyway, so that doesn't really matter that much. Although I've seen much better uploads with the other operators. But yeah, good speeds with M1 as well, just like the other operators. So that's the speed test with M1. The upload speed was embarrassing, I don't know what happened there. But worry not, I've done more speed tests throughout Singapore. Make sure to check it out on my blog post, phonetravelers.com/M1, and you can see more speed. It's not that bad. But the upload speed the download speed of 40 was actually quite decent. That's quite good. Sure, not the best one in the world, but also not the worst one in the world. With 40 megabits per second you can browse the web with ease. Okay, you can watch your YouTube videos or stream data, Netflix or whatever you watch without any issues. And that's not much more to say. But if you're curious to see how M1 compares with Singtel and StarHub, make sure to check out my comparison video up here. But you should also check out the comparison post at phonetravelers.com/Singapore-comparison, where I take everything you need to know about Singaporean operators and take certain scenarios, so how much you want to spend on data, which one is the best for speed, which one is the best for roaming. And based on all these variables, it's easier to decide which operator is the best than just looking at 1 or 2 variables. So that's it with M1, a good operator. And if you agree, make sure to click the like button, comment down below what you think about these findings. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, Phone Travel Risk. And while you're at it, make sure to check out my blog post. Well, not the blog post, but just the blog, phonetravelrisk.com, where I cover everything related to traveling with your phone. SIM card reviews, buying local SIM cards around the world, international SIM cards, mobile hotspots, roaming with your provider, everything related to traveling with your phone. I will see you there, and I shall see you the next time as well. Bye bye.